FUIM. Part, whatever part it is. Your boy Vision, back on tonight. Yo, tune in tonight and let's talk about how we progressing or digressing. But I got a real question for y'all that I want everybody to tune in and answer first. And then we're going to get into it. Alright. Babe say I do look nice. Thank babe. This song is called That Music. I'm playing that music for a reason. Because it's about that music for the first part. We're going to talk a little bit about the music. I got a debate. I got a conversation to talk about with y'all. And I'm going to use my own answer to talk about myself. We the ones that do that. Got them hollering where that two at. How you make them do that? And all them pigeons flew back. Already been through that. This, that, yeah, I knew that. The whole G for the 10. I'm blowing it up in the wind. I do this where I sleep at. Ask about them, but I'm good at. Constantly pursue it. Fresh, clean water, everything else is sewage. But me, I just can't do that. Yep, too bad. It's that good. Come catch a I need all of it. Almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to FUIM. For us, it matters. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for tuning in all the nights that you tuned in. Come on, everybody, get with me tonight and say this part with me. Say this, say this, say this. So don't violate, trick. You know I taught you better. Jug, get it out the mud. How you make them do that? We can jug, get it out the mud. How you make them do that? One more. Get it to him, SK. One more. Close it out, SK. Yo, welcome to FUIM tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Special introduction tonight. I am Jermaine Perry. I am your host, Vision. I go by the name Vision. I go by the name JP. I go by the name Jermaine Perry. You never get a character whenever I perform. I like to say that, and I like to give that out to y'all. Y'all see the topic tonight. We're going to get right in it because I feel like this topic is going to take up this whole hour that we got tonight. If we go over, we go over. You know how I do it. Are we progressing or are we digressing? But first of all, I want to ask. Hey, Mama Jones. Mama Jones, let me ask you. You know R. Kelly, right? Mama Jones, you know R. Kelly. R. Kelly just got sentenced to 30 years, and that's just one of his sentences. He still got to go to another state and be sentenced some more. So right now he's got 30 years, and he's gonna be looking to get in some more sentencing going on. And ladies and gentlemen, let me just give you a notification real quick, a sidebar. Sometimes you're gonna see me looking right here. Sometimes you're gonna see me looking right here. And when I'm looking right here, just to let you YouTube subscribers know, subscribe to the channel up top. Give your boy them 50 subscribers so y'all can see me live every day and talk my spiel every day. Every moment of the day, I'm going to be on there and give you something to listen to or something to talk about or something to discuss. All right. Mama Jones says she know R. Kelly. All right. R. Kelly just got sentenced to 30 years for the things that he's been going through. You know, the pedophile, the child molestation. Well, was it child molestation that he got? What's the charge? You know, I got my computer here. We're going to look these things up. You know, that's all about the part of having something like this. You got to be able to go to your sources real quick on that. Mama Jones, I'm going to go look at these sources real quick. I'm going to get some information on you about R. Kelly. Okay. First, we know he's already going for 30 years. He got found guilty for that offense that he was on trial for. He's going away for 30 years. And he's got to go and face some more trials for those 30 years. R. Kelly has been found guilty of, I guess it's statutory rape. What would you call it? Messing with younger women. I'm just put it like that. Messing with underage women. Y'all all know the story. First it was Aaliyah, then it was so on and so on and so on, and then the videotape came out about him, and that girl said that it wasn't me on the tape, and that's what let R. Kelly go that time, and he was able to get away with that. And this is the question where I'm going to now with what I want to ask. How many of us are still gonna rock R. Kelly? How many of us are still gonna sing that "You Saved Me" song? How many of us is still gonna sing "I Believe I Can Fly"? How many of us are still gonna sing 12 Play? I'm taking it all the way back. Look, like, while I'm talking about R. Kelly real quick, let me go into this real quick, because this is also what I had to talk about before we talk about. Let me tell you this. I feel like it was look, this is just me talking off the side of my neck right now. I feel like there was a conspiracy to lock R. Kelly up, because they knew when they came out with this versus thing, there wasn't gonna be nobody who could verse that man. That's why they locked him up. They were like, all right, look, we finna start this versus thing, and it's gonna be a lot of people going against a lot of people. Well, we ain't got nobody that can go up against R. Kelly. So we need to bring these cases back up and lock him up. Because if that man is free and out on the open and verses come up and we ask him to versus somebody, well, Michael Jackson dead. Ain't nobody finna verse R. Kelly. Nobody. Anybody right now challenge me and say anybody finna versus R. Kelly. He got more hits. He done wrote more songs. He done sung on more people's songs. He got as many features. What else can I say? He go through 3 generations. It's 30 years of children out there that were born off R. Kelly. 30 years on. Represent one time for Alabama. Alabama in the house and Georgia. 706, 1040, boy. So that's 706 and 334 together. 1040. I just throw that in there to let y'all know I'm waiting on the answer for somebody to say who gonna battle R. Kelly in the verses. Who? I Believe I Can Fly. Who graduated to that? You Saved Me. Celine Dion. I don't even remember what that song was, but the man got a song with Celine Dion. He wrote it. Ain't nobody finna say anybody. I'm waiting right now. That's how confident I am about it. I'm waiting right now. Anybody that come on here and say who gonna challenge R. Kelly in the verses. That's why he in jail. I put Usher going against who he going against right now, Chris Brown. Now this my status level of we'll say 3 kings. 3 kings right now. And we ain't gonna include Michael Jackson in this right now, because Michael Jackson is passed on from us. Michael Jackson can't be in the verses. Michael Jackson can't be in the verses. Michael Jackson can't be in the verses. I'm gonna fire up on y'all on that one. And get real comfortable with y'all, because I'm waiting on somebody to tell me who's gonna challenge R. Kelly. So this is my status of that, right? Ava said maybe Usher. And I want to give a shout out to Ladies Night. Ladies Night is such a wonderful program. Babe is on there and she's talking with these ladies and still giving these ladies great insight. And she does the exercise thing and all that, and shows the ladies how to better themselves, not only just mentally but also physically as well. So shout out to Ladies Night for that. But Ladies Night, I'm telling you, ladies, let them look over here too as well. I'm telling you, Ladies Night, y'all ain't got nobody from the battle R. Kelly right now. Yeah, you name them. Go on all the way back. Teddy P, Gerald Levert, Sammy Davis Jr., who else? Lenny Williams. Man, R. Kelly got more hits than, let me see if I remember, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, and Stevie Wonder. Those are 3 names. I only knew about Stevie Wonder. I knew the man had more hits than Stevie Wonder, but I didn't know he had more hits than Lionel Richie and let's see, Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, and Stevie Wonder. The man got more hits than all three of them. That right there should make him go. That right there should make him go. He got more hits than our greatest singers in all eras. In all eras. So tell me who finna battle R. Kelly in the verses? Nobody. Ain't nobody finna touch him. That's why he in jail right now. Because they knew wasn't nobody gonna touch him in the verses. But my level go like this. R. Kelly, the king. Usher is the next king. And Chris Brown is the prince. That's my three right there. Come on, I hear the door open. Come on in here. Come on. Come on in here. Yeah, come on, all ladies night. Let me get where your ladies at. They want to talk about Kelly. Who gonna battle Kelly in the verses? Anybody tell me who gonna battle? I ain't gonna spend too much time on this question because it seems like can't nobody answer me about who gonna battle R. Kelly in the verses. And I'm gonna go ahead on to the next question. But I'm gonna elaborate on this R. Kelly thing for a minute. Who gonna battle him in the verses? The man got 3 generations of songs. He got 3 generations of kids. Chillin'. I'm sorry, Mike, but I don't think nobody was making Chillin' the Michael Jackson music. Michael Jackson had a better presence, a better aura than R. Kelly. Michael Jackson didn't have no better penmanship than R. Kelly. R. Kelly wrote for Michael Jackson. R. Kelly wrote for Michael Jackson. Go figure that. If Mike the GOAT, if Mike the King, then the upcoming King wrote for the King. Usher ain't wrote for R. Kelly. Chris Brown ain't wrote for Usher. R. Kelly done wrote for doggone every R&B singer we seen came out from the 90s until about 7 or 8 years ago when they brought him back up again. And be like, look, we got to put this man down because sooner or later, COVID going to hit and everybody going to be shut up in their houses and we going to have to make little concerts and do things. And if we make a concert where somebody got to go up against R. Kelly, the man catalog too big, the man catalog is too strong. It will, look, I don't know if that's Ken Dog or if that's Sis. I don't know if that's Ken Dog or if that's Sis. But Ken Dog or Sis says it will take a Hall of Fame effort from several artists. Look, this would Babe had my challenge. Michael Jackson got a song called We Are the World. There are 45 artists on that song. 45 artists on that song. She wanted to count that as that's 45 collaborations that Michael Jackson got. I say no, that is one song with 45 people on it. Yes, there's 45 renowned artists on one song. Mike did that, and he was a writer of it. Mike wrote it, Quincy Jones wrote it, and I think Stevie Wonder might have had some of the writing credits in it. I'm not sure, but it was only 3 writers of that We Are the World song. Look, I don't know if it, look, Ken Dog or Sis, you gotta text back and tell me if this Sis or Ken Dog talking real quick. Ken Dog or Sis said no artist can beat R. Kelly in the verses. That's why I've been so quiet on here. I knew nobody can answer. I knew nobody can give me that answer. Name me one somebody who gonna go up against R. Kelly in the verses. Who gonna go up against him? The man catalog too strong. It's too live. It's too loud. You give me one Michael Jackson song, I'm gonna give you 3 R. Kelly songs. All right, wait. Give me 3 Stevie Wonder songs, I'm gonna give you 9 R. Kelly songs. Nah, no, my bad. Steve Prince, Mama Jones. The only reason I say you got a point right there is because I know a little bit more about Prince's music and R. Kelly's music. Prince has thousands of songs that are unreleased. No one's ever heard. No one's ever know that he even still has them or got them. Those songs aren't out or never heard of. All of R. Kelly's songs are out. and heard of, even the ones that we haven't heard of. His catalog is so long that we don't even know what ain't out by R. Kelly. It's some artists out singing R. Kelly that y'all don't even know. It's Ken Dog. All right, it's Ken Dog. Okay, it's Ken Dog. It's Ken Dog going there. But yeah, Ken Dog, ain't nobody going up against R. Kelly. Ain't nobody going up against R. Kelly. Nobody. But I want to talk about Prince a little bit, because that man did have, I think Prince might have had the largest unpublished catalog of any artist. Because that man had thousands of songs in his vault. Man, and if y'all want to go and all into that Illuminati stuff and all that, that's probably why they killed him. That's probably why they killed Prince. Because they know he had all those thousands of songs that were all his. He owned them all. He had all his masters. He owned everything. That was probably why they killed Prince. Because they knew that was the only way they're going to get a hold to this man catalog. To this man. And they probably still ain't got a hold to it. Yeah, D. Yeah, I see you now. Yeah, Prince got his masters. And yeah, he owned all his masters. He got it all. If a lot of people don't know, that one time when you seen Prince had in his beard, it was shaved in his beard, it was pronounced, he called it C'est la vie, but it really said slave. He had that shaved in his beard, slave. That was when Prince was going through his struggles and his battles of owning everything that he did, and getting ownership of everything that he'll do from that point on. Demo, what up, dog? Debo on. Demo, we talking about well, right now we talking about R. Kelly in the verses. Anybody who can go against R. Kelly in the verses. So far, my answer is I got a little bit of Prince in there. I'm debating Prince right now. But so far, I ain't got no answer. Ain't nobody finna go up in no verses against R. Kelly. Nobody finna go up against no verses in R. Kelly. And for my watchers that are constantly watching with me and always on FUYM, y'all know how I am on FUYM. It stands for Us It Matters. But we're still everyday people. We still talk about general situations. We still talk about general conversation. These things are still making our world rotate. These things are still making our world turn. And even though we don't want to be involved in this wicked world, we don't want to be involved with the wicked things that are going on in this world and everything that is around us, we can't help but notice what's going on around us. And so we ain't just all uptight and all just uppity and just say, oh, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. We got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. We still human. We still love entertainment. We still love to be entertained. We still love enjoyment of things. There are still music that generates our soul, that touching our soul, that we listen to. Now, we ain't just, I ain't. I'm gonna speak for me. I ain't all uppity and all like that. I'm a firm believer in God. But I promise you, I am not sin free. I am still growing. I'm gonna take Steve Harvey old quote on that. Don't worry, it's all right. He's still working on me. He's still working on me. So all right. No one from Damo. Nobody came from D Napper the Gentleman. I got Prince thrown in there one time, but you know Prince got so much unpublished music that we haven't heard that I gotta say no. Prince can't touch R. Kelly in the verses. And then you know what? I'm gonna go off of this, cause look, I'm a 80s baby. I'm a definition of a real 80s baby. That means I was born in '79 and I grew up through the 80s. That's the 80s baby. You know, some 80s babies say they born in '83, they born in '84. That don't make you an 80s baby. By the time it was 1990, you was only 5. You don't know nothing about the 80s. You're 5 years old through the 80s. Me, I was born in '79, so the 80s was my era. So I'm coming up in the 80s and I'm listening to Prince. Let me think about it. No, Prince can't touch R. Kelly in no verses. There, I said it. Challenge me. Somebody say something else. Prince can't touch R. Kelly in no verses. He's gifted, R. Kelly, yes, but his indiscretion outweighs his artistry. Okay. So we at the 20-minute mark. What's up, Mayo? Downtown BT Dub in the house, one time legend. Shout out to your boy Mayo. Uh, shoot, Mayo, we talking about, man. Look. Let me, Mayo, answer this for me real quick while I got you on here. I got somebody from my area, from my region, that Mayo come up in my town. I think he might feel the same way. Mayo and Bull, what up, Bull? Bull on here one time from somebody else from my area and from my region. One of y'all boys, give me the answer real quick, just what we talking about. Look, who gonna battle R. Kelly in the verses? Give me an answer from down south. I'm up in the DMV representing one time for Maryland, Virginia, and Washington. My answer is already, ain't nobody finna battle R. Kelly in no verses. Prince, I already excluded him. Michael Jackson ain't here no more. But if Mike was still here, I'm still gonna say Mike can't mess with R. Kelly in no verses. He can't mess with Bull and Mayo. Yeah, what y'all boys say, man? Alright. Kendall say we talking about music only, not character. Alright, okay, babe. Kendall say we talking about music only, not character. There we go. That's it. That's why can't nobody mess with R. Kelly on that. The man got the pen and the voice. Not only has the man sung multiple hits, the man has written multiple hits for other people. And even if it wasn't no hit, it was a #1 single somewhere. Baby say his character do matters. It matters. It matters, baby, right? It matters. It matters. But if we had to just talk about his music and his music alone, I'm gonna go for the 30-minute mark on this. We at 22 minutes right now. I'm gonna go for the 30. That mean. Come on here and tell me, oh look. A Bull on here, Mayo on here. Y'all gotta talk for me from my side. Somebody from down by my way. Answer for me, dog. Look, I'm trying to pull the weight for R. Kelly. I believe that's my answer, standing strong. Ain't nobody finna mess with R. Kelly in no verses. Because the man got too many song hits and the man got too many penned hits. You can't mess with his voice and you can't mess with his pen. Nobody. He wrote for Mike's. That's what I said, Mayo. He wrote for the king. So only that judge who gave him them 30. Look, that's the same thing I said. If Mike the King, when Mike was living, I don't agree with what he did, but that doesn't take take away from his talent. I would never. Kid, now look. Ava get mad at me now when I play R. Kelly. not all his music. She don't get mad when I play all his music, But I still listen to the Trapped in the Closet series. Hey, it's just me. I still listen to it. She get mad when I put that on. I'm like, I know it's some crazy stuff he off there. He wrote for Jodeci. Oh my God, the man wrote for Jodeci. We all know what Jodeci is. Acknowledge him, Mike. Michael Jackson is the king. Acknowledge him. Michael Jackson. I will acknowledge that Michael Jackson had the presence and aura of a king, of the king. He was the king. But his penmanship cannot touch R. Kelly's. And this is one point I made. We had Mike on this earth for about 40 years, I want to say. We had Mike the King of Pop. But and Mayo say he got all the hits. Mike is the King of Pop. Yeah. King of Pop. Mike the King of Pop, Kelly the King of R&B. I don't even want to separate them. You don't even got to separate them. The number of music, the number of hits, the number of things penned, the number of things written, the accolades, the catalog, R. Kelly's is bigger than Michael Jackson. Look, Google it. R. Kelly, if it's just statistical, not of what we love, because you got people on here from different eras. You got people that's going to say Mike was it. You got people that's going to say Prince was there. Hey, my Perry. What's up, my Perry? My Perry gonna go way farther back than Mike. So whoever my Perry may pick, that's her era of who she was in. R. Kelly has more hits than people in 3 eras. How is that even? What kind of possibility is that? He got more hits than Michael Jackson. That's one era. He got more hits than Stevie Wonder. That's another era. And he got more hits than, what's the other one? It was Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and I think Lionel Richie. I think. I have to go back up and look at it again. But that's 3 whole. Look, hey, Ken Dog say who can beat the Chocolate Factory. Even as good as the Chocolate Factory was, Ken Dog, that ain't even my favorite album. My favorite album is the double disc. That double R disc. That was the album for me. And I'm like, you know what, this man here the truth. This man here. That was TP3, Who Can Touch That. Look, and then we looked at his catalog. I didn't even know the man had 18 albums. R. Kelly has put out 18 albums. If you do 18, back in them days, an album, you got about 15 songs on it. Somebody multiply 18 times 15 for me real quick. Okay, all right, Debo say, now that's how we see it, but he never sold more than Mike. That's right. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by the presence. Mike had that aura. Mike had that essence on him to where he's going to touch millions of people with one song because he might. And when they see him on stage, and his aura, his presence, his essence is going to give them, look, I'm looking at Michael Jackson. I'm looking at Mike. He's the biggest ever, hands down. That's why they locked him up. He was about to release all that. Look. Mayo, look, that's what I'm talking about, Mayo and Bull. That I said that earlier. I said, and then I was talking left field about, I'm going to just get on my conspiracy Illuminati thing real quick. I feel like they knew COVID was coming. They knew they were going to start this versus thing. And then they said, when we start this versus, we know ain't nobody going to be able to compete with R. Kelly. So we got to lock him up. We got to lock him up. Debo said Robert ain't never made a person fall out. Now, I don't think R. Kelly never made nobody pass out and start crying, Debo. See, that's Mike's presence. That's his aura on him. That's what we had when we had Michael Jackson on this earth. We had the presence of someone that, look, it don't matter who you are, all of us want to be like him. All of us want to do what he do. All of us want to move like that. You can look at all your arm, and then I'm going to even go as far as to say this. You can look at R. Kelly, Usher, and Chris Brown right now today. All of them got Michael Jackson in them. R. Kelly might not have too much, but he got a little bit. He never sold more than MJ because he won the majority of the ethnicity. That's right. Mike was the whole entire world. Mike was the whole entire world. R. Kelly might have not been everybody's ethnicity. Mike was the whole entire world. You're absolutely right about that, D. Brave, I know you didn't just say that. I know you look, I don't know if I can even say this on YouTube or whatever, but YouTube don't bother me for saying it, but I'm saying back to say he made the girls cry though, just not in a good way. Alright, I'm at my 30-minute mark. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for wanting to discuss this. R. Kelly, listening to music. R. Kelly was a person that was a talent for us. He was. I'm gonna look over here because I want this to be said. I'm gonna read this last question and answer it if I can, and after that I'm gonna speak. And I'm not going to read the comments for a minute because I want to say what I want to say to get into this next segment. Put all the R&B artists on stage and go live from prison who would smoke all their ass song for song. I know it, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's just unmatchable. It's unmatched. I give anybody else who's singing to somebody else. And Mike ain't here. Mike ain't here. Chris Brown ain't did it yet, and I ain't heard Usher do it yet. Name me one of your top R&B artists that made an entire gospel album and it went platinum. This man made a gospel album. That's two versions of music, of singing. Ain't no telling how many gospel artists he's written for. That man did a whole secular album all his life, and then he just stopped one time because all this stuff was happening to him. Yeah, R. Kelly, I think you was just doing a little stage front when that happened to you, but you did it. You did it. When all that happened to you, you was doing a little stage front. You said, "Oh, I gotta make a gospel album." They own me. They own me real tough. But that man made a gospel album, and it was good. He had that voice. He had that voice that we said. When you listen to them R&B singers and you say to yourself, boy, if he was singing gospel, he'll sure sound good. Well, he went and did a gospel album, and it sure sounded good. Mike made We Are. I ain't finna down Mike. I ain't finna diss y'all. Look, let me just give me another side note. How long I got? I got another minute to get this little side note. I ain't dissing Mike. Mike ain't never made no gospel album. But I ain't dissing Mike. My boy, man, I wanted to be Michael Jackson. What you talking about? I'm one of them people that wanted to be Michael Jackson too. I ain't dissing Mike. I'm just saying the accolades and the numbers is there for R. Kelly. Best hit maker in R&B of all time. Michael Jackson was the king of pop. R. Kelly is just the king of writing and singing music. If you just want to keep Michael Jackson in pop, then he was just the king of pop. And that's it. When Mike got in his later years or whatever, it was more R&B then. And yeah, he made them hits, and yeah, he came out with it. Man, I love Butterflies. Butterflies is one of my favorite songs. It's on the top 10, one of my R&B songs. I love to hear Mike sing Butterflies. And that was when he was more older Mike, sitting down, chilling, letting other people write for me. Hint, hint, R. Kelly, letting other people write for me, and I'll sing these songs and be great with other people that are coming up to be great, to write my songs. So FUIM is things we talk about. For us, it matters. I want to transition into are we progressing or are we digressing? Because R. Kelly is a talent that was on this earth with us, that made great music, that made beautiful music, that made riding music, that made entertainment music. But R. Kelly is also a man that has now been proven guilty of some things that I don't think most Americans or all Americans agree with. And he is in a position or in a situation where we have